Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of MSC Cruising, the cruise podcast where we share with you our personal cruise tips and reviews to help you make the most out of your next sailing. My name's Kieran. I'm an independent travel agent specializing in all things cruise, Disney, and North America, and I'm joined by my fellow co-hosts. You guys want to say hello?
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I am one half of Cruising for All, Cruising with Kids, and we share cruise tips and tricks for your next cruise. And I'm the other half of Cruising for All and Cruising with Kids, and you can also find me at lovd.com.
So today we are going to talk about another one of our drinks episodes, and today we're going to talk all about MSC Cruise Lines. Whenever a customer asks me about all-inclusive cruising, my first thought is always going to be MSC, just because they have a really great rate if you do want to go and add on the drinks package. Before we get into details about the actual inclusions and what drinks packages there are available, I think it's probably worth us just sharing who has and who hasn't been on MSC as well. So I done a 7-night sailing on Virtuosa sailing from Southampton, doing just kind of the northern tip of Europe. But I know you, Donna, you have sailed quite a lot with MSC. Do you want to just tell us a little bit more about the times you've been on board?
Yeah, so we've been on a few different ships now. We've been on the Grandiosa, the Bellissima. We did a lovely sail around the UAE on Bellissima. We've done the Divina, we've done the Fantasia, and we've recently just done the Lyrica. So we've done on the biggest ships down, I haven't done the Euro. Oh, husband's done an Europa without me. He did the football out in Doha.
Yeah.
Wide range of ships. I have sailed mainly in yacht club. Obviously, we didn't on Lyrica because they don't have yacht club. So two different experiences.
And then Sarah, I know you're booked on MSC, but...
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yes, I know. Kieran, which ship am I booked on?
You're booked on Virtuosa. So you are booked on Virtuosa. You're doing one of their mini sailings. And I think that's probably worth mentioning as well. More for us in the UK, we do have a range of short sailings from Southampton. So they've got a bit of a reputation of being booze cruises. So they do a lot of 2, 3, 4-night sailings going to like Jersey, Guernsey. You can go to Cherbourg for the day as well. So there's a lot of options if you wanted to maybe try cruise for the first time. MSC is a great choice. They've got some short sailings. But yeah, you are booked on one of those next year.
Can I also ask you a question? Am I going this year or next year? I can't remember.
Next year. You're booked next May.
We just it was a friend's birthday, and I just said to Kieran, "Can you sort it?" So he's got it all, and I've not really taken much notice. That people is the benefit of having a good agent.
I'll remind you a week before. Don't forget, you're going away next week.
Yeah, you need to pack. Sorry, but I've never been on MSC, but I will next year. Yeah. Kieran informs me in May. Yeah.
So I think it's probably worth, as I've mentioned, like I say, they're really well known in the UK, at least anyway, for being a bit of a booze cruise brand. But I mean, that's purely the shorter sailings. You can totally do as well more traditional sailings, the longer sailings, and they do have a fleet of, I think it's pushing 20 ships now. So you can sail everywhere with MSC. So don't go booking it thinking it is only a booze cruise. They have some beautiful ships. They have beautiful itineraries. Just the shorter sailings in the cruise industry in general are known for being booze cruises anyway. So don't put that off if that's what you hear other people say. It's not a booze cruise brand, despite the fact they have some really great value on the drinks packages. You can totally book cruise only, and you'll find some fantastic fares on it. However, you can also book the drinks package. At least from us in the UK, we have an option to add on a drinks package at the time of booking, and it will be the cheapest price you will get for the drinks package, something like a 30% on average saving if you add it on the time you book. If you don't add it on the time you book, you can't retroactively add it back on. You will be paying the going price at that time, which I believe if you add it on before you sail is maybe about a 15% saving, or you can, once you get on board, decide if you wanted to add it on your package, but you will then pay full price. So we're not going to talk about so much about the savings you can make and how much it is to upgrade and add on, because again, that does depend on your region. So if you're an American listener, you will have different offers than we have in the UK. Same wise, if you're sailing in Europe as well, you'll have different options to add it on at the time of purchase. But that is just a general conversation to say it is the cheapest if you are definitely wanting to use the drinks package on board. Definitely the cheapest to add it on the day you book. But if you decide not to do that and you want to add it on later on, then the prices we're going to talk about will reflect that. But Donna, since you're our resident MSC expert, do you want to give the guys a bit of an overview of what the drinks packages are? Because there are quite a number of them, aren't there?
Sarah's got that in front of us. She's going to read those out for us. And with the prices, this was to book on board. This was on my recent one on Lyrica, and it was in euros. And these were the recent prices of the different drink packages on the Lyrica this year.
Okay, so we've got the easy package, which is 32 euros. So I'm guessing it's euros because you're on board and it's a European sailing.
Yeah, exactly that.
So you've got the easy package at 32 euros. You've got the easy plus package at 44 euro per adult per day. Premium package, premium extra package, which is 62 euro. Alcohol free package, which is 23 euro, and the minors package, which is 15 euro. So those prices are really good, aren't they?
They're really good. It is good value for money. And you can also upgrade as well. So if you're on board and you've got the Easy Plus and you think, oh, okay, I'm going to upgrade, they actually will let you upgrade for 18 euros to the next one, which is the Premium Extra. So you can change your mind once you get on board as well.
So I suppose what we've got to do today, because I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, oh my God, there's 5 packages. That's so much. And it must be really complicated. So I suppose what we're going to do today is pick what's included and what each package is.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, to be fair, each time I've been on board, I've always had the premium, because that gives you anything up to 13 euros.
Right.
It's something like 14 or 15 if it's in dollars, obviously because of exchange rate and stuff like that. And it's roughly about 12 or 13 in pounds, very slightly. So we've always had the premium, mainly because obviously Yacht Club, you get the premium included. That's part of the package. You get your alcohol in your minibar as well. So that's a little bit different. But I always found that there was really lots of things on the menu that were included. There was hardly anything, the odd cocktail, maybe in the mixology bar with the foaming things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A little bit more. But you could get champagne on that package and everything. So it was brilliant.
And that's on the premium. So what's included in the easy package then? So that is your entry level drinks package. What's included in that?
So on your easy package, that includes all your drinks up to €6. So I think you can get a few beers in that. You can get your Heineken draft beers, some smaller cocktails, non-alcoholic cocktails. It's probably a good one, actually, if you're not a drinker, but you do want some non-alcoholic cocktails. It's probably quite good. You've got your hot drinks, your espresso, your cappuccinos, your cafe lattes, your teas, your coffees, and all of that. So that's quite a good one to go with.
And what about wine? So say if you were a wine drinker, could you get wine on the easy package?
So let's have a look. Actually, look at the menu. Should look at the menu. Oh, so you're not really going to get a wine. The wines are roughly 750, 650. Oh, there's two. There's 2 wines. You can get a Chardonnay or a Pinot Grigio. So there are a couple.
Right.
There's a couple. There's a rosé. So there's a Merlot, the Cab Sav. So there's more choice above that, but there is a little bit on the easy package.
And that's anything up to what price?
€6.
The way I usually explain to my customers the easy package and what I found is that it's very much the house package. So you're going to find a lot of like house branded stuff. So you're not going to find premium spirits in there. They are going to be kind of house brands, things like that. So if you're not bothered about things like that, then it's a great choice to kind of, as you say, you can still get a pina colada on there, but it's going to be using house spirits rather than name spirits. Things like that. You're going to have very little choice, but you are then going to have there are a lot of options. Every menu will specifically say easy package cocktails, and they will be a little tab on the side. There's usually about 9 or so in every single bar on board. They tend to be the same with 1 or 2 maybe differences in some in locations. But yeah, that is going to be kind of house spirits, house bars, house cocktails. So if you're used to going away on an all-inclusive in Europe, maybe it's more that kind of house cocktail experience.
Yep. So the next one is the Easy Plus package, which is all your beverages up to the price of 8 in euros. As we're talking in euros here. Again, you've got a very much more selection. That includes most of your wines, a few more cocktails. I think there's a few frozen cocktails in there as well. Again, you do get quite a lot on that. And then you've got your premium again, which is everything up to 13, and that includes almost all of the cocktails and champagne. The premium extra package is the top package, and that's up to 13 euros. It includes almost everything and the champagne. And then you've got your alcohol free as well.
So is it like if you've got the premium extra, is there much that goes over the top of that?
No, there was hardly anything. There's a few like your whiskies and liquors, stuff like that. And depending on what ship you're on, a couple of cocktails in the mixology bar. I didn't really notice anything at all on the Lyrica that was over it. The odd whiskey or something like that. It'll be over. What they've done now is where before, if you wanted something that was wasn't included in your menu, you had to pay for it in full. Now we just pay the difference. So that's something that MSC have just recently changed. So that's a really good thing, actually.
That's great, yeah, because we found it quite limited. We had the Easy Plus, I think it was the second package. And a lot of so that included, again, it was house brand spirits on that one, certain brands at least anyway, but it didn't include specialty cocktails. So you could still get a good like pina colada and all that type of stuff. But if you're somebody who wants to explore the more adventurous ones, as you say, kind of, the unique cocktails to the MSC brand where they've gone and curated something, then that was locked out of that package. And me being me, I just begrudged paying then full price for the drink when I was like, I'll just keep to what's included in my package, please. So it did annoy me a little bit when I was looking through, and it was kind of like, can I have that? Yes, no, yes, no. Again, the crew are great. If you generally say to them you want a pina colada, they will work out what pina colada you can have in your drinks package. You don't have to go, can I have the Easy Plus one? And then find out later on they've actually gone and given you the full price one. They know what drink package you're on, and they will assign you the drinks, the version of a pina colada based on the drinks package you're in. And they were really good at suggesting drinks as well, because by about day 6, we were kind of like, okay, we want to try something new, something different. So having a conversation with them and saying, okay, what drink can we recommend? Because we were drinking in the same places as well. The crew knew that we were on the drinks package by about day 3, being drunk alcoholics in the corner. And they were kind of like working with us really well. The same waiter every night, bless her, she was looking after us. And she was kind of like going, oh, cool, why don't you try this one instead then? Or you like these type of, you like the more fruity cocktails? Well, we've got this one, why don't you try that? So they were really good and flexible, even though like you are locked in, at least back then when we sailed you, where you were locked into your drinks package. They were really good at just kind of making sure we got regular recommendations of other things we could have within our package as well.
Yeah, and that's another good thing to point out, actually, that again, there was no limit on you could only get one drink. So if my husband went to the bar and he could get my drink for him, because after a little while they knew who we were. We were sitting at a group of people, and they would just take half of our cards, sort of like, so you get your partner's drink. So they got to know who had drinks packages and who didn't. And that made it much easier when you were trying to get your drinks. Because I just get me a drink. I'll be there in a minute. I want to go to the ladies. So that made it really nice. There was no this, you can only have one drink on your card. Because they got to know bar staff. What at least we did on the smaller ship. So that was really good. One good thing, which I wanted to point out, which then this is not included on the any of the drinks packages, is they've got some fun things in the pub. So they do a yard of beer. So the yard of beer, I'm looking now on English money, in pounds, but it was about £30. So obviously you couldn't get that on your drinks package, and you actually got a whole yardstick with lots of pints on it. So really good, because a lot of the something like that. And you could also get your own beer draft dispenser. So you could have your own beer, which had 2 litres or 3 litres, and you could have that on the table. You could just sit and pour your drink all night. That was quite a fun thing to do. I'm not sure whether you can actually pay just the extra for that. But anyway, if you wanted something for just one evening for something different, that's a good thing to do in the pub.
So what about stuff like water? And could you get bottled water or cans? Or
Absolutely no problem at all. You can just go up to the bar and get a bottle of water, small bottles of water, sparkling or still. You can even have a big bottle if you wanted one. So there's no problem with that to take back to the room or to take out on your trip as well. Had no problems with that. And I would assume, only because I've only had the premium package, the top plus one, that you could get that on anything, because it's not going to cost you over €6 for a water. So that's it.
You're right now. Yeah, we had the Easy Plus. As soon as you said it, I was like, oh, yeah, no, you're right, actually. Because I remember Phil's what he was really good at remembering to drink water. I remember him, going up to the bars as we were getting ready to go off the port and saying, can I have a bottle of water? And I don't know whether it was a stock issue, as in that's what they had. They just gave us a litre bottle of water. And they were like, yeah, sure, no problem. I don't know whether that was just because that's all they had, so that's what they gave us. But yeah, we were given litre bottles of water pretty consistently before going to bed, or if we wanted it, they're like, yeah, sure, take it.
We'd go and get a hot chocolate and a bottle of water at the same time, or in the morning we'd have a coffee and a water to take out with that. Yeah. And there was, you could even have 2 bottles if you wanted to. It wasn't like, oh, they go, how many do you want? Go on. Okay. So that was really good.
And that's good in the afternoon, like if you're having a frozen cocktail, and sometimes I want a bottle of water with it as well, because I want to be hydrated. So it makes sense to let people drink water. They're strong.
It's madness if they don't, And again, it was still, so that's nice. Very sparkling. So that was good.
So does everybody in the cabin have to have the drinks package? Because I'm looking, they've got like the alcohol package for the kids and the non-alcoholic minors package.
Yeah, sorry. It is very similar to most cruise lines. Obviously, if you've got the premium, then your partner needs to have the same. Unless obviously you've got something that requires you can't drink, but you can get in touch with MSC direct. Again, both the children would need a soda package, unless you've got a baby, obviously, that won't drink soda. But yeah, it is technically the same packages within one cabin.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ask you, just because I know that you're telling us this, but just because for me this just seems so big. So the easy package is up to
the 6.
The easy plus is up to
8.
And the premium is
13. But that's in euros.
13, right.
It's very slightly differs with dollars and pounds exchange rate.
Yeah.
And that is of this year.
And then, so this is the question for you, Kieran. So when you book, because obviously I booked for you, I didn't even know what drinks package I had. Is it just what's on offer, or can you just add any package on? How does that work?
So if you book the cruise with fare, they call it, so cruise with drinks fare, then generally they have it, depends on the year and the promotion, they will have a different tier. So I know at one point it was the easy package. Generally, it tends to be the easy plus package, is the one that we get available to book at the time of booking. But what they have on wave season, as we've just come out of anyway, when you book, which is the kind of the January sale period, which extended for about 4 months this year. Then they've added as an extra perk, so you could have the premium package. That doesn't always happen. Sometimes you've got to add the easy plus and then pay the extra if you want to go to the premium package separately to that. They do all kinds of promotions of the year at the moment. Currently from the UK, they say we've got like an onboard credit promotion as well as the drinks promotion. MSC will always have some sort of drinks promotion, always. That's just the hallmark of the brand, at least anyway. Just which one of these you will get will depend on the time of the year.
Right. So, Donna, do you want to do a calculator with Kieran? And because obviously the prices of the drinks are different and the price of the packages are different, aren't they? They're not lower than a lot of cruise lines. Yeah. So I think we probably need to do this to highlight whether it is still worth it or not. Kieran, so you're on a sea day, so you've just got up. Can you just take us through maybe what you'll drink in the morning?
So usually myself, I will normally get just a drip coffee in the morning. I'm too lazy to walk and get a barista one, so I'll normally do that. However, usually by about 11 o'clock is when I'm ready to start drinking something other than coffee. So we'll either get a premium coffee, so we'll either get a latte or something like that by that point, or I may just start drinking, depends. But let's say I'm going to have a coffee. However, guaranteed by about 1 o'clock then will be when I start drinking. So I will normally have some sort of cocktail, or on MSC, I know I'd have a cocktail. Guaranteed I'd have some sort of lighter cocktail by about 1 o'clock. Depends on what we're doing, whether we're sat in one of the lounges or whether we're sat by the pool deck. Our sailing was quite in the Northern Europe sea, so it was quite cold, so we tend to stay inside. So probably have another 2 or 3 cocktails by that point then as well. So normally I get a rum-based cocktail, so I don't know, pina colada or something on there. Rum punch is normally my go-to. Then we'll go back to our cabin for a little bit. Obviously, Phil would have taken by about 5 bottles of water by now as well for us to ferret away for the week. And then we would normally get some sort of cocktail to take back to the room. But then after we've got changed and before dinner, we'll usually get a martini or something like that, like a slower cocktail. So we normally find a martini or something like that. Then with dinner, generally, either it'll be wine, we'll stick to wine, or by this point, if I've been drinking all day, I'll keep to rum as well, just to not mix too much. So I'll normally have a rum drink with dinner. But then I'll normally order another one to take out as well, because then whether we're going to go to the theatre show, it's just nice to have a drink to walk to wherever you're going to next. Guaranteed then after the dinner show, we'd probably end up having another martini, so like another slow cocktail. And then depending on how we feel is how much we drink of the night. On Virtuoso, we spent quite a lot of time here, and I forgot the name of it, but it's the Crow's Nest-like bar at the top. So it's got a really nice panoramic view of kind of the sea and of the rest of the ship. So we spent most of our evenings there. And I would easily say we'd have 4 or 5 drinks up until 1, 2 in the morning, just chatting, making friends, that type of thing. And I will tend to keep to my spirit by that point. Oh, easily. We will
So what's his spend?
easily drink.
What's he spend?
€133.50.
And this is why I always get a drinks package. Always without a doubt.
So actually, when you look at what they charge, I've lost that picture now, that the most expensive drinks package is I can't find it because is 62 euros.
Yeah.
Then it's well worth it, isn't it?
We should we shouldn't be saying that. They're going to put the prices up.
No, it's not that. It's what Kieran does the next day of his cruise where he doesn't tell you.
Well, I did have the worst hangover ever on a cruise ship on MSC. It was so bad. I don't even remember going to bed. And apparently I bumped into the girl the following day and I had a very deep philosophical conversation with her. And I was just like, I don't remember anything. But we were in the Horizons bar and we were told officially that Horizon bar closes when people stop drinking. And we were like, that's a challenge. And yeah, I don't remember going to bed and I was hungover and I was a mess. It was the worst hangover ever. We were in the Bay of Biscay as well. So not a great place to be hungover either.
Is this worse? This is worse than the Disney cruise? This hangover?
Worse. Oh, this was bad. I couldn't eat anything at all until about 3 p.m. I was so bad. But yeah, we were drinking easily until 4, 5 in the morning on the Horizons bar on Virtuosa. So yeah, definitely got my money's worth on that sailing for sure.
Actually, to be fair, on the Lyrica, we were in the disco every night, and normally we go to the disco. There's no one in there because they're such big ships. Some of them on the Lyrica, everyone was in the disco. So
really,
I left the disco. We was just drinking all night. It was so good though. It was honestly totally different ship experience to any of the others, and a totally different ship experience to anything we had before because it's the smallest and the oldest ships. So yeah, but drinks were brilliant.
Yeah, I will say they're really efficient with drinks as well. They're not one of those lines where they're trying to slow you down.
Yeah, that was really good. The staff was excellent. Some of the bars were a little bit slow. And all different. All the ships differ, don't they? And all the bars.
So where do they lie with drinking ages? Because they're a European cruise line. Does it depend on the port they're cruising out of, or?
Yeah, literally, it's exactly. It depends on the port, the country. So obviously, it's over 21 in America and over 18 in most of Europe.
Can you use the drinks package in the restaurants?
Yes, you can. You can use a drinks package in all the restaurants, and you can use it on their island as well.
Right, okay, brilliant, thank you.
On Virtuosa, anyway, they have Rob in the, I think it was called, the MSC Starship Lounge or Starship Club. And he's a robotic waiter. He is really cool. I will give it to MSC. He's really cool. He's very interactive. He does wave at you. He does talk to you. He's a lot of fun. But when we sailed, at least anyway, it wasn't included in the drinks package. You had to pay full price for your drinks.
Yeah.
So it works very similar if those people have seen kind of the Bionic Bar on Royal Caribbean, very similar concept. You go up to one of the tablets or big giant screens, you can tap your cruise card, order your drink, and then Rob will make the drink. And he's like sings and he talks to you while you're doing, he speaks multiple languages. So he's really cool. He's awesome. He's a lot of fun. He does take a while. He's not the fastest waiter on the ship, I will say that for him. But yeah, we didn't actually order a drink with him just because it was extra cost, and it's quite a bit more. I think it was like $15 or something like that, £15, sorry, at the time, for a cocktail. So it can be quite a pricey way to get a drink, but kids were using it to make mocktails all the time, all the time.
Not actually met him because I haven't been on the Virtuosa, so I have to get on that one soon. You'll wait for me, Sarah.
So how many people does a Virtuosa hold?
She's a big ship. She's like 5,500, something like that.
Right. So this is what I was working out, right? So if everybody on that ship buys a cocktail at $15 and there's 5,200 sat on it, is there?
Occupancy is 6,334.
Yeah.
That's maximum occupancy though.
So it's 15. Right. So say 6,000 of them bought it.
Yeah.
That's £90,000.
Wow.
That's why they don't put it in the drinks package, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I can promise you, Rob will still be making the first 1,000 drinks by the time everyone gets off the ship as well.
I'll put it there. That's all. Wouldn't be enough time. What would be exhausting?
Yeah, he is great. Don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking. He is fantastic. He's a lot of fun, and he's got a very great position in the foyer area. But yeah, he's not fast at what he does. Yeah. But no, it's a great concept to have on there. It's a great bit of theatre as well, and if you can catch a time when he's quiet and you're willing to pay to get a cocktail made by him, definitely do it. He is a lot of fun.
And it's also good to bear in mind that these bars, so the Virtuosa, the Grandiosa, Bellissima, they've got something like 21 bars. So you've got a lot of choice.
Yeah.
Some are outside, some are inside. So you're always going to find the bar that you want. Even on the Lyrica, there was like, from top of my head, it's like 6 or 7 bars. That's not including restaurants. So you're always going to find something to have a drink.
Yeah, we were discovering new bars, I think, every day, just because that lobby area is over what, 3, 4 stories off the
Yeah.
top of my head, with multiple
Yeah.
bars on different levels in the foyer. Then you've got obviously the promenade as well with the LED ceiling as well. There's multiple bars and
Yeah.
venues over there. There were some bars, obviously, we're still in a post-COVID, or we were at the time we sailed in a post-COVID world. So I know there were bars that weren't even open or set up just because
Yeah.
they didn't have the staff and they didn't have the capacity for it. So there's loads of spaces to get a drink. So like there was no concern about finding a drink on board the ship at all and making use out of that drinks package. MSC have got that down to an art form of making sure everyone, and particularly this was a British sailing as well. And Brits, we've been told by the cruise lines, Brits drink considerably more than anyone else. Australians apparently top us for drinks. So guys, I think hopefully that should give you a bit of a good overview of MSC. As you could probably gather, they're really good at allowing you to tailor make your cruise to how you like to sail. So whether you're a big drinker or not a big drinker, a fancy drinker, or you just like a nice cocktail by the pool, there's definitely options for you within their drinks packages. And there are also other ways in as well via their kind of booking experiences, how you could tailor make your cruise as well to the type of cabin you like and how you like to kind of enjoy your sailing. But definitely MSC is a fantastic cruise line if you're looking for a really good all-round value cruise. I know you guys have got a ton of information as always on your website, particularly with the drinks packages. And as we've talked about your cruise calculator as well to calculate the value of a drinks to help people work out whether or not the drinks package is right for them. Where's the best place they can find that?
Yeah, so we'll drop a link to our drinks package post in the description. But what have we got over on the website too, Donna?
We've got your MSC drinks packages. We've got menus. We've got virtuoso menus. We've got lots of different separate ones on there, and a few more that will be going on soon as well. So there's plenty on there to see.
Awesome. And as always as well, if you are somebody who lives in the UK and you do want to set sail with MSC, I would love to help you do that. You can find me online anywhere. I'm pretty much available under the hashtag on social media as magical TRVLR. And also you can contact me via my website, which is magical-traveler.com. But other than that as well, if the guys want to hunt you down on social media or find your other blogs, where's the best place to find that?
So you can find me over at lightlovedo.com, and you can find Sarah
at extraordinarychaos.com.
Brilliant. Thanks for that, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Definitely keep an eye out for our next episode where I'm sure we'll be talking about drinks once again as well for a different cruise line. Other than that, guys, all the best and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.